to the LRAD by Genesis 100X training video. The LRAD 100X is a self-contained, compact acoustic hailer capable of delivering focused voice communications from close range out to 600 meters. Unlike the limited voice intelligibility and broadcast range of traditional bullhorns and other legacy voice amplification systems, the LRAD 100X features industry-leading vocal clarity and reliable operation in any environment for defense, law enforcement, first responder, and public safety applications. Carefully open the Pelican case and remove all components. Confirm you have the LRAD 100X, the magnetic mount, MP3 controller, handheld record on the fly microphone, rechargeable lithium phosphate iron battery, AC battery charger, "12-volt cigarette lighter plug, the wireless system components, and the following cables: 20-foot audio cable, 48-inch USB cable, external audio cable with 3.5mm plug, as well as the Android and iPhone adapters. The LRAD 100X also has other mounting options, including the tripod mount, and the vacuum mount. The LRAD 100X primarily operates from its internal rechargeable lithium iron phosphate battery. Other power sources include the 12-volt cigarette lighter plug or the optional AC power supply. Prior to powering up the 100X, the battery must be fully charged. The battery can be removed from the base of the 100X by loosening the two thumb screws that are accessible at the upper left and upper right edges of the battery compartment. Plug the battery cable into the receptacle on the battery charger. And plug the AC power cable into an electrical outlet for approximately 3 hours for a full charge. The LED on the charger will illuminate green when the battery is fully charged. Do not overcharge the battery or store it while connected to the battery charger. Verify battery charge using that battery indicator. The included 12-volt cigarette lighter plug can also power the 100X by connecting it to the LRAD DC input. Note, this power cable will not charge the battery. Note, the 12-volt cigarette lighter plug can only be used to power the LRAD 100X. It does not recharge the 100X battery. The optional AC power supply can be used for extended AC power 100X operation. It does not recharge the 100X battery. Before mounting, set up the MP3 controller. In addition to playing recorded messages and sounds that can be recorded and stored for quick playback, the MP3 controller manages the 100X power, audio output, and other functions. Connect the audio cable to the MP3 controller's top right audio out connector. Then connect the other end of the cable to the connector on the bottom left of the 100X, as seen here. The audio cable is currently wrapped around the rear plate for ease of transportation. Connect the record on the fly microphone to the MP3 player using the top left connector labeled mic/USB. Use the power button to turn on the MP3 controller and adjust playback volume. Press and hold the push-to-talk button and speak closely into the microphone. This is a test of the record on the fly microphone. A test of the record on the fly microphone. To record a message, simultaneously press and hold the record and play buttons on the microphone. Position the microphone element as close to the mouth as possible, then speak. Release both buttons when done speaking. This is a test of the record on the fly microphone. A test of the record on the fly microphone. This is a test of the record on the fly microphone. A test of the record on the fly microphone. Press play to initiate playback of recorded messages.
This is a drill for an emergency response scenario. Please follow all safety procedures as directed. This is only a drill. I repeat, this is only a drill.
Use the navigation buttons to scroll through the recorded audio files. Again, skip forward when playing, immediately starts playback of the next track. When stopped, it indexes to the start of the next track. Skip reverse when playing starts playback of a selected file or previous file. When stopped, indexes to the start of the previous track. Cycle backlighting will cycle the LCD and button backlight intensity from off, low, medium, and high. The repeat toggles the repeat mode. In other words, if a currently playing audio file, it will repeat that until the stop button is pressed. Use of the alert tone button will be covered in the safety and best practices section of this video. Messages and tones can be recorded on a laptop or desktop and downloaded to the MP3 controller via a USB cable. First, connect the USB download cable to the mic USB connector on the MP3 controller. Then connect the USB download cable to the computer's USB port. If the order of the cable connection is not followed, as just described, the MP3 controller may not be recognized by the computer. Upon connecting the MP3 player's USB interface to the computer, the MP3 controller's display will change from an initial splash screen to the MP3's mass storage screen. The computer will automatically install its USB mass storage drivers and then display 2 new removable mass storage drives in the computer's file management display. For example, on a Windows-based machine, upon opening my computer, you will find a new sequential drive, either D or E. Files copied to the MP3 controller will be listed on the controller's LCD interface in the same order that they were moved onto the controller's mass storage drive. Cycle through these files by pressing the skip forward or skip reverse buttons on the MP3 controller. For mounting on steel surfaces, use the magnetic mount. Clean the mounting surface to remove dust or debris. Place the magnetic mount on the desired location and attach the 100X. Once in place, secure each of the 4 magnetic feet by twisting the knobs clockwise until each connects firmly to the surface. For aluminum vehicles or smooth, non-metallic surfaces, use the vacuum mount. Remove protective covers from each of the vac mount's 4 vacuum cups. Install the vac mount on the 100X. Tighten the knobs to secure the 100X to the vac mount. Clean the mounting area thoroughly. Wipe the vacuum cups with a damp microfiber towel. Position the vac mount LRAD to the mounting area. Push down and pump the white plungers on each mounting cup until the red line is hidden. When all cups are securely attached, the mount is ready for use. To remove the vac mount, push each cup's release tab and pull the cup up until completely disengaged. For portable and elevated positioning, use the tripod system. For setup, take the tripod out of the Pelican case. Carefully turn the knobs on each tripod leg counterclockwise while holding the top portion of the tripod, letting the legs drop and extend. Once all 3 legs are extended, turn the knobs clockwise until tight. Tighten knob on the center column to secure legs position. Attach the LRAD 100X stud mount onto the pintle of the tripod and then tighten the azimuth control knob. Lower your 100X into the stud mount. Tighten both side knobs and then adjust the pan and tilt. For operational use, you're going to adjust the pan and tilt as desired and the height of the LRAD as desired. When dismantling the tripod, place one hand on the top portion of the tripod, holding it securely, and then unscrew each knob on all three legs, letting the tripod down slowly while all three legs are completely collapsed. Tighten each of the knobs clockwise once each leg is inside the top portion of the tripod. Loosen the center column and fold the tripod in on itself, and then tighten the knob by turning clockwise. Place the tripod into the cutout of the Pelican case. Close the lid and then secure all the latches. The LRAD wireless system enables remote operation of the LRAD 100X out to 200 meters based on terrain and obstacles. The wireless system is not line of sight. It can be used from concealed locations. By allowing users to broadcast live or recorded messages from locations that would otherwise be inaccessible or dangerous, the wireless system increases LRAD versatility and operator safety. Connect the audio cable from the wireless receiver to the audio input connector on the bottom left-hand side of the LRAD 100X. Attach the wireless receiver to the LRAD using the head unit mounting clip located on the top of the LRAD. Connect the head-worn microphone to the transmitter by inserting the microphone cable into the mic audio input connector and twisting clockwise. To connect the transmitter to external audio devices such as phones, tablets, or MP3 players, use the aux cable with USB-C and Lightning connectors. Insert one end of the aux cable into an external audio device and the other end into the aux audio input connector. Power on both the wireless receiver and transmitter. Match the channel numbers or frequencies. They can be seen in this window on the transmitter and on the top window of the receiver. Test the head-worn microphone for range and clarity. Some users might like to put the microphone on their head. I like to use it on my neck and just move the microphone as close to my lips as I can.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
To use the transmitter belt sleeve, unsnap the belt sleeve strap and position it with the buckle facing the user. You must remove the microphone in order to perform this step. Once the left strap is over the alert tone button, then slide the other end of the belt snap onto the transmitter. Slide it until it's in place. Insert the snap underneath the cable. and snap closed. You can then reinsert the head-worn microphone into the transmitter. Ensure that you twist the knurl knob all the way until it seats tightly, and then adjust the volume. When the wireless system items have been properly connected, perform the following steps to operate the system. Ensure that the volume is set to minimum. Do this by turning the volume transmitter knob all the way counterclockwise. Ensure the 100X is powered up before turning on the receiver. Turn on the transmitter by pressing and holding the power button. If there are any issues turning on the transmitter, check the AA batteries. Never pull on the antenna during the battery changeout. Ensure the transmitter's channel matches that of the receiver and that the two devices are connected. Broadcast audio through the wireless system and LRAD by adjusting the transmitter's volume control knob to the desired volume level and pressing the microphone key.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. This is a test of the wireless transmitter and receiver.
For optimal performance, position the mouth as close as possible to the microphone. For continuous, hands-free transmission of spoken audio, pull the locking latch down on the push-to-talk button.
Now you can broadcast recorded and live tones without your hands. I would normally attach the belt snap onto my uniform.
To broadcast a recorded alert sound, press the alert tone button. To broadcast audio from an external audio device, initiate playback of audio on that external audio device.
Attention. This is Genesis conducting a test of the LRAD emergency notification system. This is only a test.
The transmitter can play audio from various types of devices, MP3 players, cell phones, tablets, etc., as long as the device is compatible with the aux audio input. The transmitter's volume control knob controls the audio output coming from that external audio device. To ensure maximum audio output is available, turn the volume all the way up on your external device.
In the event of an actual emergency, instructions would follow. This is a test.
To power down the wireless system, first turn off the transmitter by holding the power button. Then turn off the receiver and LRAD using the power switch. Failure to follow this order may cause damage to the wireless system. Transmitter's batteries will drain if the transmitter is not turned off. Some important operational notes. Adjust the volume carefully, as feedback may occur if the microphone is near the LRAD while operating at high volume. Press the mute button to mute and unmute audio. The push-to-talk button does not need to be pressed to play the alert tone or audio from an external audio device. Audio from the mic and aux inputs are mixed and will broadcast simultaneously if audio is coming into both inputs. Always keep the receiver's two antennas in the upright position. Never carry the receiver by the audio cable or the antenna. Never carry the transmitter by the antenna. If there is interference, the operator may need to perform a clear channel scan to find a suitable frequency. In order to change out the batteries on the wireless transmitter,
Simply release the latch on the back of the transmitter, slightly push up, release the cable at the top of the transmitter, and then continue to slide the transmitter out of its case. Set the case to the side. There are 2 buttons on either side of the transmitter. Press those. Slide the battery compartment off the transmitter. Lift the rubber weatherproof housing and change out the batteries. The reverse will be putting the batteries in. Replace the weatherproof fitting. Slide the battery pack back onto the transmitter. Make sure it's firmly seated. You can also turn the power on and off at this point to double check. Slide the transmitter halfway into the case. Install the cable and ensure that the knurled nut is tightly seated. And then press all the way down until the back latch clicks. Never pull or manipulate the antenna on the transmitter. Always operate the LRAD safely. Before turning on and increasing volume, ensure the area in front of the 100X is clear of personnel and the LRAD volume control knob is at the minimum setting. Then follow the recommended distance and volume control knob setting guidelines before increasing audio output. Use hearing protection when operating the LRAD at high volume settings and follow all departmental protocols. Using the alert tone, locate the alert tone button on the side of the MP3 controller. Make sure the LRAD volume control knob is at a minimum setting. Press the button once to activate the pre-installed alert tone. Press again to deactivate. The pre-installed alert tone is an intense pulsating warning tone designed to be clearly heard at long distances. Use the alert tone in 2 to 5 second bursts for maximum effectiveness. Pressing the alert tone button will interrupt playback of any audio file currently playing from the MP3 controller.
This is a drill for an emergency response scenario. Please.
The alert tone produces the loudest output from the LRAD 100X. Ensure the area in front of the 100X is clear before activating the alert tone. After activating, use the LRAD volume control knob to scale the audio output based on the distance to a subject. Perform an operational test to ensure everything is functioning correctly. Power on the LRAD. Play tracks from the MP3 controller.
This is a drill for an emergency response scenario. Please follow all safety procedures as directed. Attention! This is a test of the all clear message. If this were a real emergency, you would receive further instructions.
Activate the alert tone. Carefully aim the LRAD and adjust the volume control knob.
Attention! This is a test of the all clear message. If this were a real emergency, you would receive further instructions. This is only a test.
And then operate the record on the fly microphone. This is a test of the record on the fly microphone. Test 1, 2, 3. After use, power down the LRAD 100X and all accessories. Remove mounts carefully, clean components, and store securely in the Pelican case. Turn off the controller power
Disconnect the 20-foot audio cable from the MP3. Disconnect the record on the fly microphone from the MP3 controller. Place the 100X inside of the foam cutout of the Pelican case. And wrap the audio cable onto the rear plate. If the magnetic mount is attached to the 100X, it will fit in the foam cutout. If the vac mount system is attached to the 100X, it will also fit in the foam cutout. Place the MP3 controller and the record on the fly microphone in the foam cutouts next to the 100X. Carefully disconnect the wireless system and place the head-worn microphone, receiver, and transmitter in the top tray foam cutouts. Place the top foam over the 100X inside the Pelican case. Slide the head-worn microphone into the Pelican case. Close the Pelican case and secure all latches. Use the following link to download the LRAD Normalizer software. This software can be used on a Windows-based computer to record optimized audio files for superior acoustic performance when played through the LRAD 100X. The file formats that can be played back on the MP3 controller include MP3, WAV, and WMA. The LRAD Normalizer software is designed for use on a computer running Windows 10 or Windows 11. The software will work on a 64-bit version of these operating systems. The computer must be equipped with a Windows-compatible sound card with speakers and a microphone. After installing the software, double-click on the LRAD Normalizer shortcut. The main screen for the LRAD Normalizer software shows the interface's three main sections: recording and playback controls, microphone controls, and status. The recording and playback controls interface allows the user to record a new audio file using the PC's microphone. It also allows the user to play back the original recorded audio file or the new normalized audio file, which is automatically created after a recording is complete. The microphone controls interface allows the user to adjust the microphone recording level, monitor the audio recording level while recording, and select the audio device and microphone input port being used for the recording. The status section displays the recording or playback status of the software. In the recording and playback control section, enter a file name for the audio file you are about to record. The record button will be grayed out and will not work until you've entered a file name. The default file name for the normalized audio file will be the file name with normalized appended. The file name can be changed by overwriting the file name in the text box. The default folder for the recorded audio files and normalized audio files is the music folder on the Windows PC. To change the location of the recordings, press the three dots to the right of the file name fields and select another directory. Press the record button once to start recording and again to stop the recording. This is a test of the LRAD Normalizer software. Test 1, 2, 3. Press the record button again to stop the recording. The status section of the screen will indicate whether the system is recording. Talk clearly into the microphone and view the monitor level in the microphone control section of the interface. If the monitor indicates clip, the user is speaking too loudly into the mic or holding the mic too close. Press the record button again to stop the recording. Adjust the mic position or speaking volume and reinitiate the recording by pressing the record button. If the file name is not changed, the user will be prompted to overwrite the existing recording. Recordings with clipped audio cannot be corrected by this software and may cause damage to the LRAD 100X acoustic driver. If a recording is being created in a noisy environment, the user will need to speak loudly into the mic to overcome background noise. Lower the mic level slider until the record level does not produce clipping. Once a recording has been created, a normalized audio file will be automatically created and saved in the specified file location. This is test 2 of the LRAD Normalizer software. Test 2, check 1, 2, 3. Here I'm adjusting mic volume. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Listen to the original recording by pressing the play button to the left of the recorded audio file. This is test 2 of the LRAD Normalizer software. Test 2, check 1, 2, 3. Here I'm adjusting mic volume. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. You can do the same thing with the normalized audio file by clicking the play button to the left of the normalized audio file name. The normalized output file should have the following characteristics. Silence is removed from the beginning and the end of the recording. This allows for the audio to start up quickly after the play button is pressed on the MP3 controller. The level of the recording is increased or normalized, so it will sound louder than the original recording when played. The recording is equalized to remove low-frequency content that cannot be reproduced by the LRAD 100X. The Help tab includes an About option. This will show the current software version. This screen shows the LRAD Normalizer software while recording a file named Greeting1. As you can see, the record button has been grayed out. Once I type the file name in, then the record button shows an option to be played. I can start the recording, and then pressing the record button again, I can stop the recording. A normalized output file named Greeting1 Normalized is made in the output file location. Audio files created by the LRAD Normalizer are saved in WAV format when the MP3 controller is connected to the PC. The normalized files can then be dragged onto the MP3 controller's USB mass storage drive.